Citizen to a book group meeting.
Well, I was expecting Neighbourhood Watch, but then I had Norris going on about it all yesterday.
Well, look, what time's he coming?
Well, I'm off to the library then.
Well, you may as well stay now you're here. Security is a concern for all of us.
Yes. Yes, indeed. A great concern to all we upstanding citizens who choose to be on the right side of the law.
Oh, save it for the visitor, Norris.
Were it you, were it?
Well, what, me?
Somebody's nicked my pigeon coat. Were you behind it?
Look, the only thing I've been behind is this counter.
Which of you charming ladies is Blanche Hunch?
Well, look, we've got a hunt, but we've got no hunches.
Blanche, author of this exquisite letter.
Mel Hutchright.
Oh, I say.
Mel Hutchright, as in grinding down.
Hard grinding.
I was mixing the experience of reading it.
I wrote to him after we had that Barney over whether he were a man or a woman.
And I'm here to reassure you that I am most definitely all man.
I didn't think you'd reply. Your agent said she'd cut all ties.
Creative differences.
So I tried your publisher, and they said they don't work with you anymore.
Hapless suits, money, money, money. No souls.
But capable of forwarding correspondence. Sir, it's an honour. Welcome to our humble little book group.
Yes.
Neighbourhood Watch. How are you with window locks?
The only locks I'm any interested in are those which fall bounteously from many a fair maiden's head. Other locks restrict, restrain, bind. Our human duty is to be free. So I said to my agent, you can tell Mr. Spielberg the very foundation of the novel is its Lancashire identity. And setting it in Baltimore, it would suck and siphon the very lifeblood from it. It would be like E.T. being from Milton Keynes rather than outer space. Now, I don't care what he's offering, it's Lancashire or Nout.
Oh, very good. Yes.
Well, I take it he took the Nout option then.
Could you give me a glass of water?
Oh, yes, of course. Unless you'd like something a little stronger. I mean, we could adjourn to our local hostelry, allow us to buy you a drink, perhaps.
Oh, Norris, you are the alpha member of this group. Do you know, over the years I've become attuned to identifying the roles fulfilled by members of groups such as yours. Rita, if you'll forgive my forwardness, are the passion. Betty, clearly the anchor.
Well, I've been called worse.
Emily, if I'm not mistaken, the conscience.
Oh, well...
And my dear Blanche can only be the facilitator. Hence my presence here. Oh, and you, Kev.
Ken.
Are the pretender.
The pretender.
You know, every group has a member who considers himself equal, if not above, the literature he's engaging with. The relationship with the text, one of domination, rather than immersion.
Is that right?
Look, are we going to go to the rowers or what? Only I was on shift half an hour ago.
Look, can the anchor make decisions?
Well, I would have thought it was the facilitator's job.
Hardly. Come along, follow me. Come along, group.
Weeks in a small cabin on the Cornish cliffs, with only the sea and the gull for company, you begin to hear the soul of the place.
So...
Every rock holds within it its history, Rita. And the sea holds within it its history as well.
And you've written about this?
I am about to write it, Kev.
But doesn't discussing it at length make it harder to sit down and write it?
Have you ever written?
Yeah, I have journalistic experience.
Oh, not just that, Kenneth.
He still writes reviews, don't you? that upset the neighbours.
Yes, electing to criticise rather than create, to tear apart that which another's sweat has put together. By far the easier job, Kev. It's Ken. QED, one consonant out, and we're beating our chests and crying the end of the world is nigh. Norris. Oh, there must be hence. If I don't get my train, I'll be forced into B&B accommodation.
Oh, no, you mustn't be hensing. It could stay with us, couldn't he, Emily?
Well,
Yes, we'd be honoured. Look, I'll just nip back home and make up front room for you.
I don't want to overstay my welcome.
Oh, no, nonsense, no. Can I, facilitate another drink for you?
Lancashire hot pot. The simple things in life never cease to enthrall.
It's Betty's hot pot, actually, and there's nothing simple about it.
I am sure I shall enjoy it all the more then.
Right.
So, Mel, what are you working on at the moment?
The Canaries' last song. It's a saga of mining folk set in the north.
How far are you on with it?
And there's the rub.
Sorry?
Well, the truth is, I find myself unable to put pen to paper.
oh dear, why?
It's the curse that afflicts all literary genius from time to time. A plague that all of us dread.
Repetitive strain injury?
Writer's block.
Oh, that's terrible.
And one cannot just summon the muse. You just have to wait for her presence.
Here we are again. Oh, and this is the way you show it?
We were going to send for him.
That's what she said to you, is it, Miss Piggy here? What do you call me? You heard. Oh, and by the way, your snout's peeling. Any longer in that sunshine, it'd have been roast pork. There's only one lady here and it's not her.
Just ignore her. She's only jealous.
Yeah, just because I never gave you one in a lifetime. I got that when I got me divorce, love.
Right, come on, let's go.
That's another thing about Spain. We didn't have to put up with that mad cow.
Come on.
Right, love. Can I have a pint, please?
I'm so sorry. It's not normally like this.
A pen, quick, a pen. No, I see it all now, no. My final chapter. The women brawling on the barroom floor.
Mel, you're writing.
The spittoon, the sawdust, and the men trying to pull them apart.
Oh, this is marvellous.
Oh, my dear facilitator, you are like my muse in disguise, beckoning me back to my working class roots. I shall stay here until my work is complete. It is here that the canary shall sing his last song.
In our parlour. We ought to have a little plaque put up.
Look, hang on. You've already hugged him for one night. It's my turn now.
Well, you haven't got the room.
I'll make the room. I'm the facilitator.
And I'm the alpha.
No more argument. We've had quite enough of those for one day. Of course you can stay, Mr. Hotchright.
After such a short time, I feel we've all become friends. And I shall dedicate my book to you all.
It's in here. Nothing but a slight respite in an otherwise hectic day.
Are you in from across the road?
Diggity Compton, Master Baker at your disposal.
I bet you can't do me a loaf this size at 57 pence.
You're not wrong. I couldn't. But they do say size isn't everything. Eh? Leaving your body to medical science.
Hey?
Oh, it's very commendable, I must say.
I'm doing no such thing. I don't want a load of doctors ogling me whatnots when I've passed over. What made you say that?
You carry on eating the likes of that, your insides will be pickled to perfection. There's enough chemicals in there, preserve Moby Dick.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
But Blanche, the man's talking through See, now he would say that, wouldn't he?
Do you want that, love?
Did I happen to mention I have a number of very special opening offers? Beautiful home-baked bread at bargain prices.
It's unbelievable. He's doing it again. Oi, Compton, you're barred!
Barred? Oh, you crease me up, Death. You really do.
This is lovely, Mr. Diggory. Light as a feather. And them cakes look delicious.
Can I tempt you?
Go on, then. You've twisted my arm.
Vera, I was wondering where you got to.
Roy Cropper, how goes it with you, sir? Eh? Have you come to wish me well?
Yeah.
Maybe something like, good luck with your new venture, Diggory.
Yeah, well, oh, yes, all right, good luck, then.
Aye. Pleasure. Very gratifying to hear you say that, Roy. Dev Allahan has given me a decidedly lukewarm welcome, I must say.
Do you know, this is lovely. I can feel it sticking to my ribs.
Would you look at that sorry sight? The flighty ones always get the man.
She ain't got an ounce of shame.
If he's got the time to consort with the merry widow, then surely he's got time to squeeze in a meeting of the book club. Oh, if I don't get out there quick, they're going to be at it within the hour.
Emergency supplies for later. You know, when I'm writing, my blood sugar plummets at the drop of a hat. So I'm borderline diabetic.
Oh, dear.
Oh, do you mind?
Hey, there's other folk here, you know.
Oh, no, boys, come on. We don't want any fighting.
How was dinner?
Oh, very satisfying. Thank you, Fred.
How satisfying.
Got good food, fine wine, and a most wonderful companion.
I hope you've gotten out with the best intentions towards Mrs. Roberts. I've heard about you writers, oh yes. Yes, all your bohemian shenanigans.
Fred,
Well, should we make a start? Yes. Tide and time wait for no man.
No, just a minute, Mel, just a minute. We seem to have some interlopers. Vera, Audrey, Fred, you're not exactly members of the book group, are you?
Well, I'm staying. I mean, I might as well. There's not much on telly.
Well, that's hardly the attitude. What's your excuse?
She's Mel's groupie.
I beg your pardon?
And Fred Elliott's her groupie.
Hey, that'll do.
You are most welcome to stay, Fred. No, I, for one, am very keen to hear the opinions of such an erudite fellow.
But he's a butcher, for goodness sake. Oh. He's more at home with the smell of blood and sawdust in his nostrils and the cry of £5 a scrag end in a meat pie pleased than he is with the cut and thrust of literary debate.
Norris, that's almost poetic.
Here, what about me?
Yes. Salt of the earth. Sit down.
Can we get on, please?
I hope you'll be treating us to some hard grinding this evening.
Well, I thought I might read a passage or two.
Not again. I was hoping we'd look at something more modern, more cutting edge.
I don't know why you bother to come if all you can do is moan. Why don't you go home and write one of your columns about dog muck?
Well, at least I tackle contemporary issues.
Oh, yes. The angry young man who turned into the slightly peeved old man. Not so much look back in anger as look back in a rather bad mood.
Hey, can I get...
And then he ran his elegant fingers across his slightly balding pate in a manner which many women found almost irresistible. There's more to paper clips than you might think, he said, rakishly. And that's as far as I've got.
Do you know, that's breathtaking, Norris. What an astonishing debut. Absolutely astonishing.
Oh, don't be so polite, Mel. We're not here to listen to that claptrap.
Exactly. We're here to talk about getting your book published, Mel.
Excuse me, I only took the floor at Mel's insistence.
Don't let me dictate the agenda any longer. I won't say another word. And now that I've heard your magnum opus, Mr. Chairman, Alpha, I'm content. Now, please continue.
Right. Well, as you know, due to the short-sightedness of the publishing industry, Mel's wonderful new novel, The Canary's Last Song, is yet to see the light of day. And we thought...
Norris. I can't take any credit for this.
Right. Well, I thought... I mean, what's to stop us, as a book group, publishing it ourselves? I mean, for a small initial outlay, we could stake our place in literary history and make a profit at the same time.
How small an initial outlay?
How big a profit?
But none of us knows anything about publishing.
Well, but, according to Mel, for £2,000 we can do a first print run of 300 hardback books.
Yes, I've done some research, but I couldn't ask you to take that kind of risk.
Well, where's the risk? If we sell each book for £10, we make a profit of 1,000.
And Mel's an established author.
Yeah, we could stock it in the cabin.
We're news agents, not booksellers.
Hang on before you all get carried away. Vanity publishing schemes like this are notoriously bad for making any money at all.
It's not vanity publishing. It's self-publishing, although Ken is right to be concerned.
Sounds like vanity publishing to me.
Vanity, Ken? Vanity?
A private firm charges an eager author a large sum to print a handful of books that the company have no incentive to market or sell.
Well, I respect a man who has no truck with vanity, and you've only got to take one look at Ken to realise that he's a stranger to his bathroom mirror. But, no, Ken is absolutely right. Are any of you familiar with Shots Miscellany?
Oh, I own a copy, actually.
I thought you might. Now, Roy can probably tell you that Ben Shott printed the first 60 copies of his book, Shots Miscellany, with his own money. Correct?
I believe so, yes.
And how many copies have been sold now, Roy?
Millions. It was top of the bestsellers list for months.
But that's not the point. No, the point is that Ben Shott was probably motivated by nothing more than pure, unadulterated vanity. And I simply cannot allow you, good and kind and supportive people, to risk your hard-earned money.
But it's only £200 each.
No, I won't allow you to risk a single penny to satisfy my foolish, vainglorious dream.
But it would be an investment, really.
No, Emily, Conscience. You know, as I look at you all, I don't see Shott. I see O'Toole. I see a collection of dunces.
A confederacy.
You what?
A confederacy of dunces. John Kennedy O'Toole, I think that's the book you're referring to.
Oh, you finished a sentence with a preposition there, Ken, but never mind. No, Ken is right. Again. And the point of O'Toole's wonderful comic masterpiece is that it exists. It is on the shelf, but it was not published during his lifetime, and the constant rejection led to deep depression. And inevitably and tragically, he took his own life. But finally, his book was published after his death. And I may not be here to see it, but I know my canary will sing. And that's my consolation. That's all I need.
Hard grinding must give you some satisfaction, Mel.
That'll always be on the shelves.
Well, I'm putting 200 in.
Me too.
And me.
Oh, that's more like it.
And I'll buy Kenneth's share and all.
Hey, you're not getting 2 shares. We'll split his share up equally if we have to.
Let's have a show of hands. All those in favour of publishing Mel's book.
Hi.
Would you just excuse me for a minute, please?
All right, so, ladies, what are we going to drink to celebrate the birth of our new adventure?
Oh!
Well, we're a rum do yesterday.
Forget it, Fred. We have...
You should be very grateful.
Investors, patrons of the arts, I give you the Canary's last song.
You only get 3 minutes. You didn't speak for 2.
Oh, come here, let me buy you a drink.
Speed dating.
Oh, right. Deirdre, Bob, an old colleague of mine, he was at the funeral.
Can I get anybody a drink?
Oh, count me out. I'm tired. I've been running around making my own entertainment instead of being sung to and fed like some people. Excuse me.
Can I have a double, please? One for each magnificent food.
It sounds like Craig needs one of my jam roly-polies.
Oh, he'll be fine.
He will with that inside him. You leave it with me. Ah, Lena, just the person.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Keith.
Emily. Hi.
For tonight, Rita. On what? Speed dating at the Weatherfield Arms.
Oh, are we?
Well, you're not chickening out, are you?
Oh, I know I said I'd do it, but...
But sanity's about to prevail, I hope.
Well, I just wonder if we're not a bit long in the tooth for that sort of thing.
You speak for yourself.
Look, at our age, you could drop dead any minute.
Oh.
You've got to squeeze every last drop while you can.
Yes, well, I can think of more dignified ways of preparing to meet your maker.
He who has fun lasts longest.
If you think it's fun to go cavorting with desperate geriatrics...
Who said out about geriatrics?
There's a lot of young men prefer the charms of the mature woman.
Even if you don't cop off, there's the thrill of the chase. I mean, that keeps you young in itself.
Oh, go on, you've twisted me arm. It'll be a laugh if now tell.
I'm disappointed in you, Rita.
You don't fancy it, then?
Me, I wouldn't be seen dead there.
Oh, Norris. Oh. Think of all those lovely ladies wanting to make up for lost time.
Fast movers, some of them.
Up for anything.
We'll tell you tomorrow what you missed.
What?
That's what you two got planned.
I believe we let him get away with it for so long.
We might as well have been hanging off a mug tree.
After this, and Mel Hutch, right, I'm losing all faith in human nature.
Well, I admire him.
Should my ears be burning?
No. No, but your eyes are smouldering. Buy me a drink, cowboy.
I'd like to buy you all a drink. It's the very least I can do.
We're fine, thank you.
Oh, don't be like this, ladies. I know I took advantage, but you're such fantastic cooks. I couldn't help myself, and I'd like to make it up to you.
Oh, yeah.
I've a proposal, a quid pro quo, if you like.
And what can you do for me? Stuff Ken? I doubt as anybody'd even notice the difference.
Well, I was thinking of DIY. I'll do any odd jobs you like in return for food for me and Craig, because it's the boy I'm thinking about. I mean, growing lad like him. I mean, he needs good home cooking I can't provide. I mean, don't punish him for my mistakes.
Well, I've got a dripping tap that's driving me mad. Fix that, and I could probably run to a lamb shank.
Our system doesn't fill up properly, and Ken doesn't know one end of a ballcock from the other. Sort that out, and I might sling a few puddings your way.
Ladies?
Well, for the sake of your grandson.
Oh, all right.
Fantastic. I'll get the drinks in.
Oh, not for me and Lena. We've got to pick Rita up for speed dating.
Well, I'm not so sure I'm going to bother to go now.
Oh, I should, love. You wouldn't want to let your mates down, eh?
There we are, now, thank you. Here we are.
Thank
you enjoy that.
Name tags, I ask you. Mind, I'm surprised they're not branding folk.
Look, if you don't like it, go home. I thought you weren't interested anyway.
I'm not. I'm here to chaperone. Protect Rita from these predatory types.
Oh, and you need a gallon of Old Spice for that.
And anyway, what about me and Blanche?
Any man who's fool enough to get entangled with you two is beyond my protection.
I don't need you riding shotgun, Norris. The day I can be overpowered by this lot, I'll pack it in.
So take your badge off and go and sit over there. I don't want you doing anything that's beneath you.
No, I'll participate. As a creative, it's vital I collect diverse experience, however distasteful or unpleasant.
Really? Oh, I'll bear that in mind the next time the outside privy's blocked.
Oh.
So what was your hair colour originally?
Brown, if you must know.
Pity. Would you consider dyeing it red?
Why should I do that?
Well, Rita, my first wife, she didn't mind. nor Rita, my second wife, but neither quite pulled it off. Auburn and strawberry blonde. Not proper flame red, you know, like Rita.
Which Rita is this?
Hayworth. I'm her biggest fan. Ever since I saw her in Gilda at the Ilkeston Scala in '48, opposite Glen Ford. That's my name. Since 1962, anyway.
A truly great piece of literature. It's a holistic experience. It transcends the mind and lifts.
I particularly like that Malcolm, though.
The retired upholsterer? Now, keep your hands off his mine.
I'm sorry, but all's fair, Blanche. My chaise longue's not seen any stuffing in years.
I've not been taken with anybody. Nor them me.
I'm sure that'll soon change.
Excuse me. I couldn't help noticing you came in with Norris.
Aye, but try not to hold it against me.
Oh, I thought he was fascinating. But 3 minutes isn't enough. I want to know more about the man, not just the novelist.
The what?
I hope you don't mind me prying.
No, not at all, Malcolm. I knew Rita would have lots of admirers.
Rita? Oh, no. Her name's Blanche.
Blanche?
I like a woman with spirit.
Yes, well, that's one word for it.
What's the background?
Well, I shouldn't talk, really. I mean, it is only gossip.
Go on.
Well, round here, she's known as the Black Widow. 5 husbands in Southern Cemetery. Got her own vault. And from what I hear, there's still one sarcophagus going begging.